It's spooky season, so I decided to take upon myself to watch the Halloween movies. Well, not really all of them. I'm sticking to the Blumhouse timeline, whatever that means, since it leads up to the most two recent films. This includes Halloween, the original one, the 2018 version, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. The only one I've seen before is the Halloween 2018 one, I think, but that was a few years ago, so I don't even remember anything. Anyway, I'll be watching them in order and reviewing each one as I go, and I'll do a ranking tier list thing at the end. In the first movie, we meet two teens about to do the sexy time, but we're in the POV of a 6-year-old Michael Myers. He walks in on his very naked sister and stabs her to death. What the hell is that sound, bro? Oh yeah, his parents find him and he gets in a lot of trouble. I guess that's the origin of Michael Myers. I didn't know that before. Now we go ahead a few years and we meet Dr. Loomis and Nurse Marion, I think. They are driving to some asylum place to drop off adult Michael Myers. Michael does some monkey crap and escapes. We meet another character, Lori, sitting in class looking out the window while Michael stares back at her. She doesn't say anything to anyone because who else is gonna notice a dude in the mask staring at the school? Lori's supposed to be babysitting this one kid tonight, Tommy. He's scared of the Michael Myers house because of what happened, and he gets bullied for it.
Boogeyman! 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 Boogeyman!
Dude, this kid is such a Michael is also there looking at Tommy being all depressed and stuff. Are they really gonna kill a kid in this movie right now? That'd be crazy. Lori talks to her annoying ass friends, Annie and the other one. I forgot her name. Michael does his usual stalking again. I'm sensing a theme here, by the way. Lori is the only one who can see this dude for some reason. Everyone else treats her like she's insane or something. It's the 70s, so he gets a pass on doing cliches since it made the cliche. But I just don't like seeing that. Annie and Lori. I'm gonna say L. I'm gonna call her L. I can't say her name for some reason. I'm gonna kill myself. Anyway, they're going somewhere. I think it's a party. It doesn't matter. They're being followed by Myers until they stop by a store that was robbed. Annie's dad, who's the sheriff, tells them some kids stole knives and a Halloween mask and some rope. That's definitely not kids, by the way. Elle is babysitting now. Tommy sees Myers at Annie's house, but she just tells him to watch TV and shut up. No! The worst death in the movie, bruh. I hate dogs dying. Anyway, Annie drops off the kid she was supposed to babysit at Elle's. Then she gets kidnapped by Myers. Honestly, not the biggest loss in the world. Tommy sees Annie's body getting dragged out, so he starts screaming. But Elle doesn't believe him because she's stupid and dumb. Also, remember the other friend Elle has? The one I forgot the name of? Well, she and her boyfriend go to Annie's and, they end up dead. So that's fun. Elle sneaks out when the kids are asleep. She goes over to Annie's because it's so much fun there. She finds the bodies that are littered around. Then she starts freaking out and Myers finally appears. Damn, that was a crazy ass fall. She runs away like she just didn't fall off the stair balcony. Michael chases her. She runs back to the house she was babysitting at. That doesn't stop him though. Elle gets the kids to safety, then Myers gets stabbed in the eye or something and falls down. The kids run away from the house and the doctor from earlier is back. Damn, ain't no way he leaves, right? So this is my first time watching 1987 version of Halloween or whatever. I gotta say, it's what I expected. It's a classic corny horror movie that started the trend of teens being horny and dying because of it. I think that might be Jason. I don't even know. If I put this up to the standards of modern movies, it would be a 3 out of 10. The acting was not good. Some of the characters were fine. The kids were decent, but the others just had this weird voice to them. I don't know. Maybe it's the microphone's fault or something. But they just talked old, It's it just sounded weird. This movie also wasn't scary. It was just a typical slasher, but it's a classic, so it's fine. In the next movie, which takes place in 2018, right after the first film, obviously we're gonna ignore the other sequels that were before that. We start off at an asylum where two journalists are visiting Michael. They try to talk to him, but he chooses not to speak, probably because social interaction is a bit spooky. There's also a line they are not supposed to cross while speaking to him. And when the guy pulls out the murder mask, the inmates start freaking out And then we get the title card. These same two journalists, Aaron and Diana, later meet a not-so-young Elle. They want to interview her about her story, since she's been divorced twice and her family doesn't talk to her much, and like the Myers stuff. Cora even found her unfit to be a parent, which honestly seems fair because how she acts. We then meet Elle's family, which consists of her adult daughter, Karen, Karen's husband, Ray, and her daughter, Allison.
Oh, man. I got peanut butter on my penis.
Allison walks with her friends and talks about how much her family dislikes her grandmother. We also meet Allison's boyfriend, Cameron, who looks very familiar. Next, we get a call back to the original Halloween movie where Elle looks out the window and saw Michael, except this time it's Allison seeing Elle. It's a nice touch. I appreciated that. We get a montage of Elle preparing... I fucking hate saying L. I can't pronounce Lori. Fuck, I can't say it again. I'm keeping the L. I know, it just sounds weird. We get a montage of Elle preparing for the night of Michael Myers being transferred to be executed or something. She's getting ready just in case things don't go as planned. And you can probably guess what happened. Yeah, Michael escapes. We see the journalist again. Michael follows them. You know how it goes. He does his thing, his bashing skulls and stabbing them. He kills them mainly to get his mask back and to steal a mechanic uniform. Elle hears about the breakout and starts preparing for Halloween night. It's about to get real, guys. Come on. Now it's nighttime and Michael decides it's a little overdue to kill a bunch of random people. He takes out a family. It's really just sad to watch. They all look like real families. It's just sad. Meanwhile, Allison is at a Halloween party with the dude from You. One of her friends is babysitting, so you know what that means. Death is coming. The kid she's babysitting though is hilarious.
I know you talking about smoking weed. Don't lie to me. That's against the rules. I'm telling my mom.
Well, I'm gonna tell your mom about your browser history.
You better not.
You can get me in trouble, I can get you in trouble.
At the party, Allison's boyfriend cheats on her and tries to gaslight her in the worst way possible. It was so unintentionally funny.
I don't know what you thought you saw, but like Kim literally was talking to me.
Really?
She came up to me and like whispered in my ear, okay, you don't have to cry about it. It's not that big a deal.
Back to the babysitter friend. Her boyfriend showed up. They start making out. And then the kid tells him there's a man in his room.
Please, you need to leave. Please leave.
Vicky?
Get out now!
What the hell, bruh?
Oh, shit!
Same reaction here, buddy. Anyway, she gets stabbed to death. The police show up, find the dead babysitter and her boyfriend, and Elle randomly appears trying to kill Michael. She and the cops then head to her family's house to warn them about the killer. We catch up with Allison and her friend Oscar, who's clearly in love with her, but got friend-zoned hard. I actually felt bad for Oscar. He's a nice kid who didn't deserve that, you know?
Allison, I'm like really drunk right now. Seriously, I got really horny at the party and like all these girls were like dancing on me. Their beautiful bodies got me all chubbed out, Allison. Allison, please.
Well, maybe he deserved it a little. Then things get sad. Michael shows up and kills him. It's rough because Oscar wasn't even a bad guy. He's just like a dude who's friend zoned and he's just kind of pathetic. Allison finds his body and panics and runs away. She gets picked up by the police, but the cop from earlier decides to hit Michael with the car. The doctor who's been studying Michael then kills the cop. Not out of anger or anything, but he just wants to understand what Michael feels. The doctor hijacks the car, but Michael wakes up, kills him, and Allison escapes when she gets free. Oh, Ray got killed by Michael, by the way. And Elle, Karen, and Allison head into their underground bunker to prepare. Damn. Elle manages to shoot off a few of Michael's fingers, but he breaks into the house and starts hunting her down. Elle sneaks around like she's in Rainbow Six, checking corners and looking for headshots. She eventually finds him and tries to fight this dude with superhuman strength. Lady, you're like 60, bro. Why are you trying to fist fight this man? Allison finally arrives at the bunker house. They hide in the basement, but Michael breaks through the trapdoor. Karen shoots him. Elle jumps back into action, and they trap him in the basement and set the place on fire and like blow it up. And the credits roll, but Michael is alive and all that. I don't know. This was a decent sequel. Obviously, I'm following a completely different timeline, so I skipped like 8 movies 30 years ago. So I don't know, but I'm ignoring those. So, you know, oh well. I like the action a lot more in this than the first movie, all because the budget is higher and is modern day. In addition, Michael is a lot scarier because his superhuman strength and how easily he kills people is terrifying. He took so much damage too. I don't even know how he survived all these years. The only explanation I can think of is that he took amounts of steroids to the point he became superhuman. But, you know, who knows? The acting was also a little bit better in this one. The kid who died because he was a simp was honestly that was just sad, and he was a decent actor. I believe that. I believe he is a sad human being. He reminded me of a few people like I knew in high school, and that's kind of how they acted sometimes. I think that's why I felt bad for him. But, you know, I'm also an empath, so it's only natural. Overall, it's a decent sequel. I'm pretty sure the next movie ties into this one too. So we'll see our gaslighting goat Cameron again. So this movie takes place right after the 2018 one, like the same night. We start with Cameron trying to call his very dead friend, and we see him near the spot where the police officer was stabbed. Cameron actually finds the cop and tries to save him, but we have to pause on that because we get this long-ass flashback of the killings of 1978. It's basically everything we know, but it shows what happened right after the original movie ended. It includes the cop who's lying on the ground currently right now. His name's Hawkins. I forgot to mention that. Holy crap, his accuracy sucks. Anyway, the other cop who got shot dies and Michael is arrested. Then we got to a bar talent show where we meet adult Tommy from the first movie. He goes on stage and tells everyone what he witnessed and all that. He's actually friends with the other survivors too. The nurse, the kid from the flashback, and the girl who was being babysat by that annoying ass friend in the first movie too. We see the fire apartment trying to save the burning house, which means Michael is still alive and is gonna kill them all. He murders all of the firefighters, by the way, and then he goes on another killing spree, taking out an old couple. Back at the bar, we find out that Cameron's dad is one of the guys from the bar who met Myers as in the past or whatever. They all learn that the 3 police officers have been murdered and figured out it was Michael Myers. A couple find someone who they think is Michael in the backseat, so Tommy grabs a baseball bat, because apparently that's gonna help or something, and goes to comfort him, but the car takes off, and it turns out to be a completely different person who is also from the same asylum, but is, you know, just insane. So Elle is in the hospital recovering from her injuries, and Allison is traumatized by everything that happened. She talks to a cop about it, and then they're told Michael Myers is still alive, so, you know, everyone's sad again and not in the best mood. Cameron shows up saying he wants to team up with her family to take down Myers. However, Karen tells her to stay with Elle while she recovers from surgery, but of course Allison doesn't listen.
Women.
The group, which consists of a handful of people, all grab guns and go hunting for Michael, while others go around warning people to stay inside. Unfortunately, the weakest group finds him first. Literally, a middle-aged man, 2 middle-aged women, and an old lady. So yeah, that doesn't go well for any of them. They all die. Well, except for the guy's wife. Oh. Well, never mind. Oh wait, one of the other ladies actually survived. She ran away and hid. Back at the hospital, Tommy tells Elle that Michael's still alive and they're gonna kill him once and for all. And the hospital descends into chaos. People are running around. Laurie's stitches come undone or something. This happens because the guy I was talking about earlier, the insane dude, shows up at the hospital and they all think he's Michael. But he is clearly not. He's short as hell and he's not that strong. Well, that sucks. Allison and Cameron and his dad go to Michael's house. They storm in, guns blazing. Cameron's dad gets killed immediately. Then Michael stabs Cameron and roughs up Allison. He kills Cameron right in front of her, snapping his neck, swinging it like a, I don't even know how to describe that like motion, but you know, it's kind of like a basketball. Then Allison and Michael face off, but her mom shows up and curb stomps Mike. Of course, he's still alive, but his mask gets ripped off, so he chases after her. Then Michael gets jumped. But he somehow gets a huge second win and kills everyone, including Tommy. In the end, Michael kills Allison's mom too. So yeah, Allison's life just sucks. Bro, what was the point of this movie if Michael was gonna escape again? It's for money, you idiot. Yeah, I know that, bro. I got that. But in the context of the movie, it was a dumb decision. Also, what was the point of bringing back everyone from the first movie just to kill them off? Anyway, besides those two things that really annoyed me, this movie was like, okay. It's like the worst out of the three. I like when they set up a normal day at school or slowly build things up, but this one just throws you straight into part two. The acting was alright, but we got introduced to side characters who didn't even need to be there if they're just gonna die. The girl that played Allison showed off better acting skills this time, which was good. Everyone else just did okay, I guess. My guy Cameron did a good job as well. Overall, it was just an okay movie. You need to watch the previous ones to understand it, but it's oh well, I guess. I'm pretty sure the next movie is the last one, so we'll see how that goes. This is the third and final movie in the new run of the Halloween series. They dragged this out for so long. I'm just excited to finally finish this. Anyway, we start on Halloween night of 2019. We meet some dude with glasses preparing to babysit some kid. It's actually very wholesome. The mom tells the babysitter that her son is super scared of Michael Myers and asks him to make sure he's okay. It really sucks knowing someone's gonna die during this, but you know, oh well. The kid suddenly disappears and the babysitter starts looking for him. He gets trapped in the attic by the kid, and when he kicks down the door...
What was that?
Oh shit. Honestly, I didn't expect that. The kid kind of had it coming though, but you know, getting his neck snapped like a toothpick is crazy. We visit Elle in her new house 4 years after the last movie. Allison lives with her now, by the way. Elle is a writer describing her experiences with Michael Myers and how it's affected her over time. Allison's a nurse or something, I think. I don't know, she has that nurse outfit on. She might be an assistant, I don't really know. The babysitter from before, Corey, that's his name by the way, is back. Apparently, he was declared innocent since it was technically the kid's fault that he fell. He's also a mechanic now, so I guess he's supposed to be Michael Myers' apprentice or something. He killed a kid and is now wearing a mechanic outfit. That can't be a coincidence. Corey buys his usual chalky milk and gets approached by some douchey high schoolers asking him to buy him beer.
Right.
So where's your next victim?
What the fuck? Oh, shit.
Oh damn. Elle shows up and helps Corey. They talk about how much they dislike kids or whatever, and then they slash the kid's tires. Elle takes Corey to the hospital where Allison works. Allison starts to get a crushy-wushy on him while she fixes his hand, and in return, he fixes her car. Elle and the lady from the last movie gossip about the two lovebirds.
No, you need to find someone that can let go. That makes you want to rip off your shirt and show grief your f***ing tits and say, you know what? Let's go.
Corey and Allison go to a Halloween party. The usual dancing, drinking, and all that is there. Corey bumps into the mother of the kid he killed by accident.
Sorry for killing my son. I wake up every day and I can't get past the pain. It kills me.
I can't even understand her, dude. The music's way too loud. But he freaks out and runs away. Allison chases after him, but he blames her for taking him out in the first place. Corey says people see her as a survivor and him as a monster. Then, right after that, those same douchey high schoolers jump him.
Shit.
Man, this guy's life fucking sucks. Corey's dragged away by some mysterious figure. I wonder who that is. He wakes up in the sewer or something. Michael Myers starts choking him when he tries to escape, but then he lets go. Corey's 100% gonna go on a killing spree now. Obviously, those douches are gonna die at some point, whether it's Corey or Michael. Well, that was fast. Corey goes to Elle's house to visit Allison. They both trauma dump, and Corey apologizes for running away and being a little bitch boy. A douchey cop tries to flirt with Allison in a not so gentlemanly way, and Corey stands up for her. In a way that only works in movies really. In real life, it's super cringy and corny. Later, the same cop follows Corey, but Corey sneaks behind him and attacks him, and lures him into Michael Myers' goon den. Then the cop gets jumped by Michael and Corey. Corey goes to Allison's place. He's acting weird and psycho now, and then they bone or whatever. Elle starts worrying that Corey's not a good dude.
Shit.
She chats with the father of the kid Corey accidentally murked. The dad says he liked Corey and believes he didn't mean to kill his son, but then he saw him recently and he just thought he was a completely different person. Speaking of Corey, he goes to Allison's boss's vacation house or something and kills him. Michael's there too and kills the woman he was sleeping with, who was also Allison's coworker. So these two are working together now, I guess. I swear, if Corey ends up being Michael Myers' by her son or something. That's the fucking twist, I swear. It's Halloween again. Elle visits Corey and gives him a lecture about not going down the wrong path, which is a ship that's definitely sailed already. And she tells him to stay away from Allison.
If I can't have her, no one will.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. Corey goes to Michael's goon den, steals his mask, and goes on another killing spree. He finds those high schoolers again and kills them one by one. And Corey's dad was accidentally shot by one of the high schoolers who grabbed a gun during this process, but he does not care, and Corey just kills his mom too because he's like, might as well. And then he tries to kill Elle, but she's a boss bitch and shoots him instead. And then Allison pulls up.
I can't have her.
Well, I didn't think that was gonna happen. Allison's upset and leaves. Then Michael shows up to get his mask back and snaps Corey's neck. Elle fights Michael for like the 5th time now. You got your ass beat so many times. And then again, she gets her ass beat, but manages to stab him a lot and nails him to the table and keeps going. She unmasks him and slits his throat.
Do it.
Allison also shows up and helps finish the job. The police arrive and take Michael's body to like a meat grinder to completely destroy him. The movie ends with Allison realizing Corey wasn't the best dude and deciding to move away. This movie wasn't too bad. It was better having Corey as a character, otherwise it would have been boring. This movie also was not needed, but they had to kill off Michael somehow, so it makes sense. Still, he should have survived those knife wounds. He's survived way worse. Anyway, it was an okay movie. I'm just gonna rate them. For my first pick, the original Halloween movie, it was okay. It's a classic, so I feel like I'll have a mob after me if I crap on it at all. All these movies are kind of buns, not gonna lie. That's mainly because it's a horror movie, so it doesn't need good acting. For those reasons, I'm gonna put it in like a B tier or whatever ranking system I'm doing. The Halloween 2018 movie was actually my favorite. I cared about the characters more in this one than any other one. I like Cameron. I like the guy who got friend zoned, kinda. And Cameron I liked more because he was in the show You, and he's a decent actor. And the guy who got friend zoned was also like in an episode of Tires, I think. So I also liked him because of that. For those reasonable reasons, I'm putting this in B tier as well. Halloween Kills was the worst of them all. They brought back characters from the first movie just to kill them off for no reason. And the acting was it was fine. The story just felt like a setup for the next movie, so I'm giving this a solid D tier. Halloween Ends, like I said before, I like Corey, but this movie did not need to be made. So it's getting a C tier. That's my opinion. Don't be too upset. Don't get your panties in a twist or something. I don't know.